form, covering a diverse range of topics. Please be advised that some episodes may contain mature content, strong language, or discussions that may not be suitable for all audiences.
Welcome to the Manstream Podcast, episode 6.
Already?
Yeah, already. Frosty Funnies and Blizzard Banter. And I think we know why it's that. We are in the middle of a blizzard here in Iowa.
It's a heat wave.
Wish it was a heat wave.
Having a tropical heat wave, folks.
It's been crazy.
Temperatures are going to plummet to the single digits tonight, if not below zero with the wind chill. It's going to be really fun.
Yeah, and it's just snowed about every day. So, yeah, here in Iowa, we're getting a lot of snow, as much of, I think a lot of the nation is, and unless you're in Florida, you're getting rain.
Sucks to suck, nerds.
We all made it here, obviously. Well, I guess we all didn't make it here. Ryan couldn't make it. He did not want to drive, which I don't blame him.
Weather-related stuff.
Hold on. You had some great messages to him, like, why don't you just get in your stock car and come up here? I thought, like...
Yeah, racing slicks would go really well.
Get on that four-wheeler that's got ice treads on
I know.
And get his ass up here.
He actually said to me, he goes, I wish I had my snowmobile here. He goes, I'd go out riding. And I said, well, you could ride here then.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I could. And then, obviously, I could not say, like, dude, you sat on a podcast one night and said you were the best driver ever. So why are you concerned
and he was bragging about how he likes to drive on ice and stuff. Yeah. Like, what's the problem here?
This guy is the guy that dirt track races, and yet he's afraid of a little snow. Yeah. But he said it wasn't the snow, it was the wind, which I don't blame him. I'm not going to ask anybody to risk their lives over a podcast. Why aren't you here, Kyle?
Kyle made it.
You're here in spirit, too. We have a chair stage for you.
Notes couldn't make it, so Josh is behind the soundboard again.
Once again.
But he is on screen with us, so he can partake in the fun.
Once again, we got the two most handsome motherfuckers just sitting right here.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
What do you do?
It's a backwards hat kind of thing.
It is.
A beard thing.
Hey,
yeah.
I got one too.
No one can see you. Nobody cares what you look like.
Put baby in the corner.
So, but I got Dave here to my left, and then Kyle is calling in from Cedar Rapids. He didn't want to drive either. But
he's got a baby coming. He really can't be away.
Fucking excuses, man. Jesus.
I think the bigger excuse was there was a wrestling match tonight and a basketball game tonight that Kyle's like, I'm going to sit at home where I got TVs on.
Who are the Hawks wrestling tonight?
Ooh, 6-3, right?
You looking up at your ceiling or what?
The projector.
That's how he thinks.
Wasn't Nebraska ranked 6th?
In what?
Doesn't matter. It's going against Iowa, the best wrestling school.
And we're losing.
We're winning 19-10. Did you say?
No, we're. Okay. Is Keeter wrestling?
Cassiope.
Sad.
It's in Cassiope wrestling. Heavyweight, is he out this year?
Yeah, because only us in Iowa gamble.
No.
Just so you know, we're the only ones.
Bunch of delinquent.
Yeah, bunch of assholes.
Big Ten coming.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go into our week's recap here and on how everybody's week was before we dive into the rest of the podcast. Dave, how?
I've had a blast this week. The snow is fantastic. I've loved it. I am a huge snow fan. It's even better when I don't have to fucking shovel my own driveway out.
The same guy who told me Tuesday night that I said, hey, when are you going to clean your driveway? April, when it melts.
Yeah, why waste time?
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're lucky I said something to him.
It wasn't...
The stuff on the bottom is pretty hard.
There was no sweat off my back. I was going to make it work until April.
Yeah.
Hey, work. I'm just not going to show up.
Yeah, I can't move
Yeah,
my
guys,
car.
my car's... that was 3 months ago. Well, you know, what do you do?
Wait, not everybody in Iowa had a blizzard like Buffalo, New York?
That's a blizzard. That's a real blizzard.
Yeah.
When you get 8 feet of snow,
It's that lake effect, man.
I want
lake
that.
effect.
That's what I want. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So besides the snow, everything
Yeah.
peachy?
Peachy keen, man.
Didn't do anything fun?
Just snow.
Just snow. Got it. Kyle? Yeah, Kyle realized he needed a new snowblower the other night. So you're the only one that's going to reap the benefits out of this?
We can tell Kyle to go fund himself. Go fund yourself.
Dude, she doesn't snowblow.
Yeah, no shit.
It's not breaking her back.
But she's gonna have to.
Once that baby comes, Kyle's going to say to Megan, no, you go out and shovel. I'll watch the kid. That's a
actually
brilliant
great
idea.
Yeah, he's gonna think you're an asshole. He's gonna come over and beat you up.
Kyle's on a business trip.
Even though he's just sitting in his business trip from home.
Doesn't he work from home?
Staycation.
Didn't he just tell us the other day he doesn't leave his house?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not
Have you left-
uncommon
have
for
you-
him to stay there for 5 days.
Have you left your house since New Year's Eve? Like, walking out the front door doesn't count, but have you left your property?
Can't hear
Of course,
Kyle.
he shoveled his
Okay.
driveway.
Okay.
Can people hear Kyle?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. It's got a text message that says can't hear Kyle. Can hear everyone but Kyle. So just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, it's on. It's all good then. You don't do it yourself?
Why everybody else was working.
Gosh, now you got me wondering.
Oh, now we're wondering if we can even hear Kyle.
Yeah, we just look like a bunch of
We
fucking
can-
idiots over here just staring at
we
the
can
screen.
hear Kyle.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
we
we
can
can't.
hear Kyle, but can
Here,
they
give me
hear Kyle?
1 second here. Let's see if.
Yeah, we're gonna
No,
figure
no,
this
no,
stuff
no.
out as we go on. We
Yeah,
can go on to the
Yeah.
next thing here. Richter, how was your week?
Well, it was a week.
Yeah.
It was a week. A lot of things happened. Good, bad, and different.
Mhm.
We'll just leave it at that. Been plowing a lot of snow lately, so that sucks. But you know, it is what it is.
Staying positive. That's all you can do.
Yeah, I'm
Just-
a glass half full type of guy.
Absolutely. You never need a refill if the glass is half full.
I think we all can agree nobody likes snow except Dave.
I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, boy, I'm going to tell you, when I actually go back to working a full week of work, it's going to seem like the longest week ever. You know, we had a day off for obviously New Year's, and then now we ended up with 2 days off this week
Yeah, lucky.
for snow. Just
Not much going on. Not much you can do.
Yeah,
Unless you have like
yeah.
a 4-wheeler or a snowmobile in the snow. I mean, obviously you can go sledding and do all
Yeah,
that
nobody.
stuff.
Hey, what are we gonna do?
Love that movie.
Such a good movie.
So yeah.
Well, I could keep going with it.
Well, no, I don't want to talk about it if nobody can hear us. I don't think that many people are that good at reading our lips.
Hello.
Right.
Is there anybody in there?
Can't
It's not
hear
if you can
anyone.
hear me.
Can't hear anybody?
Well, that's what Ashley said.
Can you see
We're
me?
back? All right, we're back.
Oh.
We are back. Sorry. Technical difficulties. Once again, blame it on the blizzard, the power outages in Bellevue yesterday. Something has got this a little wonky.
Yep.
But we're going to keep pressing on. I don't know if we can hear Kyle, but
We're going to go on and we're going to figure it
and
out.
figure it out if we can. So our Sip and Savor segment this week, and I apologize if you already heard it, but I'm going to say it again because that's when people said they couldn't hear us, is Old Smoky Moonshine Peach. Old Smoky Moonshine is distillery is in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, the main one. The ancestors of the current owners, they've been brewing moonshine in the Smoky Mountains for over 100 years. But in 2009, I believe, Tennessee law changed the law and said
Legal.
you can now sell moonshine out of a distillery.
Yes.
You can't
do it yourself.
You can't
still.
do it in your house and sell it. Anybody getting that idea, you can't do that. That's still illegal. But
It's only legal if you get caught.
you can do it.
Anyways,
Old Smoky Moonshine, it comes in a bunch of different flavors, ranging from 128 proof down to 30 proof. Blue Lightning or
White Lightning, I
Blue
think it is.
Smoke or something is the Blue Haze or something like that is the 128. White Lightning's about 100. But Peach is here. It comes in a nice mason jar, so you can reuse it as a cup if you want, or just fill it with homemade moonshine.
it is very
Decide to
good.
Make that.
It's very smooth.
I like the peach flavor.
Yeah, you don't taste alcohol like usually. If you
Yeah.
do like Everclear or something, it kind of has a burny, like
Yeah.
kicks you in the chest flavor.
It is good.
This one is smooth.
It is so, very much so. We're drinking. We put an ice cube in it and just poured it in the glass. We didn't mix
This
it
is
with
a good.
anything.
This is a good sipper. I don't know if I'd mix this with anything specifically. I mean, I'm sure you could,
You could.
but something of this quality, I feel like
It'll-
you wouldn't want to.
It'll warm you up in a blizzard.
Ooh, hold on 1 second. We're going to try something here.
Oh God!
Okay.
Be ready, everybody.
Be ready.
Should I close my eyes?
Bear with us. We have a new camera. And I think what happened is that the new camera defaulted the audio from the camera, and we're not picking up Kyle because the Rodecaster is not considered primary. So let me try this real quick. Bear with me.
Okay.
We're here. Just can anybody hear me out there? And if not, lucky for you. Yeah, I could. I could hear me on my end, so I think we're good to go. Yeah. Yep. Let me double check. You Notesy's watching this out there somewhere maybe, and he's getting in his car right now, and he's doing the old Mrs. Doubtfire. Help is on the way, Nia. And I eat Jif. I don't share them. I won't share Jif. Jif's too expensive now. You can't share that. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's because we added a new sound. Tell Ashley, yes, we do. We do need Ashley to come here and figure this out for us. That would be fantastic. I feel really bad for these folks. They can hear me and not you guys.
Here, Kyle.
That's
We're black screening
unfortunate
everything.
for
Now
them.
the message is retracted.
Now the message is retracted?
No to you two, yes to Kyle. What in the shit is going on? I've got some goddamn gold I'm saying over here, and people can't even hear it.
That was your.
Let's just take my
That was your.
goddamn pants
Yeah, I
off.
was gonna say that was your wife
Hold
there.
on.
Like,
Yeah, well, at least you know. Well, I guess you know
Bring
what
'em.
it feels like sitting there talking.
there's 2 extra chairs there. They can join in.
What the fuck is he saying?
Okay, so now I've turned on audio, I believe, to everything. Oh, Kyle only. Do you need a girl to come figure this out, please?
I was gonna say, who do we blame for this?
Who's gonna
Notes
watch
even
the
not
kids?
being there.
Liam's old enough. He can watch himself.
Someone's got to watch the kids.
I mean,
He's old
they're
enough.
sleeping.
He's not.
What is he, 4?
Yeah.
He's responsible. That kid can figure out a Rubik's Cube probably if you give it to him.
Oh, we're good now. Nutsy
Okay.
said we're good.
Notsy
Good.
said we're good.
Hey,
Damn it,
thanks.
Notsy, you need to be here. Damn it.
You
Like,
know what?
there's-
Fuck the snow, okay?
yeah.
This has been a problem ever since Richter went behind the scenes.
Well, you know, it seems like every week we've changed something. Like
yeah, a
whether
little
it's
bit.
the camera or the setup
Well,
or
our-
we put in a powered USB hub.
I got an
There's
idea.
always something.
Let's stop changing
Oh,
stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's just leave it go once we figure shit out. It's good
But
for
I
a
think
couple.
we have it now. I think we have
We-
it.
We talked about it as how great it would be moving it to Josh's basement because we can mess with stuff and you know.
We've just been, that's all we've been doing is messing with
Well,
stuff. That's
you
the
know.
problem. We've been messing with shit.
There was our hour
Careful
show.
what
See you
you
guys
say
next
now.
week.
Yeah, we're gonna jinx it.
we're an upcoming podcast.
Like I said, we're professionals,
We're
damn
working
it.
on it.
Matt Oates, it's a blizzard, bro. I can't make it.
You can make it.
Dude, I
Walk.
was out driving for 12 hours. No shit, you can make it.
Yeah. So, anyways, Old Smoky Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah, hurry up. We'll wait.
To get back on track here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry
good talk,
for the
yeah,
delay.
good talk, yeah.
I've been looking at a clock the whole time that says 34 minutes, and I'm like, Jesus, we're already at 34 minutes.
No,
So,
18.
18. Okay. Half of it's been problems.
Let's
So
get into it.
Old Smoky, we already did. Old Smoky Moonshine is it's good. Go out to Van's Liquor Store in East Dubuque, Illinois. Buy it. Josh, you were there to pick this up. They have a lot of flavors.
I was. Crazy ones too. S'mores, Oreos, like fruity shit, dessert moonshine.
They even got ones that have fruit actually in them too.
Yeah, I didn't see any of those.
I bought
I had a lot of jars.
for our fire department Christmas party, White Elephant. I bought a jar of the Old Smoky Moonshine Butter Pecan. It's creamy.
Say that again.
Creamy.
You need to say it weird, but that's okay.
Slower.
Creamy.
Creamy.
Honestly.
But it's
Creamy.
it's pretty good. It's I recommend Old Smoky Moonshine. Go out to Van's Liquor Store, or if you're not from the area, I don't think Van's Liquor doesn't do any online ordering, do they?
Just
I haven't tried to
drive your
grab it
happy
yet.
ass up there and go and mention the
In
Main
the
Street
blizzard.
Podcast. Yeah, do it now.
Tell Jeff Jansen we said hello.
Mention the Main Street
Appreciate it.
Let's
Podcast.
not get
The
crazy.
mainstream, maybe
Let's
they'll
not
give you
get
discounts, you
crazy.
never know. So
No, it's you got to be here if you want to drink something.
yeah,
Yeah, we can't ship it to you. What is
He
this,
said,
FedEx?
he said save some for me, guys.
We
Too
got
bad. We're going to chug it.
This is actually one that Dave enjoys. Like he tasted it right away. And he's
It's-
like,
it's
oh
solid.
my god, it's great.
Dave
Like,
might drink this and decide to go shovel his snow.
No. No, it's not April yet.
So
I'll go home and just lay down on the couch half naked and pass out after drinking this bottle. This shit will catch up to you, I guarantee it.
Dave's passed out in the bush.
My buddy's done that before. Funniest thing in the world, because he woke up in the morning, his pants were half down, laying in the front yard. Dick down in the dirt. No. Oh, no. It was
Not be stable
It was
anymore.
like April, March, somewhere in there, so snow had gone, but it's still cold enough to where it's dangerous for her.
Okay.
It was funny though, because my neighbor found him laying there, pants half down. What he said, he must have went to pee and just decided to just not
Pete.
be stable anymore. His face plant.
Decided to go to sleep. Where
Yeah,
he
he was
at.
just thought it was a good spot to fall asleep. But he woke up in the morning at 7
You've
in the
never
morning.
been there before?
I mean, I live 2 houses down, so I have been there.
No, not where he.
Is this a friend we all know?
Yes.
Is this Jake from State Farm?
It might be, it might not be. I'm not going to say any names because I don't know if he wants me to tell the story, but it's
Well,
hilarious.
nobody knows who his last name is.
But yeah, so
hey, Jake from State Farm.
it was
story.
it was funny when he told it to us how that happened because it was a good night. We all went out and hung out, and then
That's a bonfire tale right there.
I think it was a bonfire.
Yeah.
Honestly, we were at.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good bonfires.
Absolutely.
We'll get into that here in the summer, spring, summer.
Oh,
That'd
yeah.
be a good podcast time.
We'll
Bonfire tales.
We'll do a live.
Well, we've got the bonfire going.
We'll do a
We
live
do.
outside of the
We do.
bonfire sometime, maybe.
And we just do we do bonfire tales the whole time. I think we'll have people rolling on the ground when they can hear us.
Yeah, all the funny fucking punchlines get cut out. Like, oh, can't hear you guys. That was a good
Yeah.
punchline, but no.
You know, we should have a technical difficulties sound button.
That's what Kyle just said.
We
But-
should
Good,
or
write that down, Kyle.
Notesy should just be here. So
Yeah.
tonight we decided to not do Ruffle Row, and we're gonna give something else a shot. Called Who Did It Better? Or I guess it would just be Who Did It Better. And it could be very broad conversation here or a variety of topics. Who did it better? If you have some Who Did It Betters as we get going, comment on YouTube and we'll add them in.
Yeah.
Josh is right there looking at the computer. Kyle, I think, sees it. I don't, but they'll interrupt us and add it in. So I'm going to pass the throne over to Dave here. He's got a bunch written down, and we'll see how this goes. If you like it, say hey.
Who we think did it better between A and B or C?
You've really thought this through.
This
haven't
is
you?
fantastic. Let's
You
go.
did
This is
research, he said.
go time. All right. So the first one we're gonna jump right into it. James Bonds. Okay, because there's been 4 or 5, maybe 6 different James Bonds now.
been a lot.
A lot,
There's been a
yeah.
lot.
And they've each brought their own unique little twist to it. There's always the classic, there's always the new ones. It just depends on what you like. For me, James Bond is Pierce Brosnan, but like
Goldeneye.
Yeah, Goldeneye because of the game.
Tomorrow
you
Never
know,
Dies.
all of them, But Daniel Craig's good. They're all good, but James Bond is Pierce Brosnan is my James Bond.
So is Pierce Brosnan your James Bond because he was James Bond when you grew up?
Because I prefer his movies over the other ones. That's why I said Daniel Craig, because I like his movies too. I like the Sean Connery movies. I like the Roger Moore movies. It's just I'm more of a fan of the newer movies per se.
Right.
I just did a Google search. We're all wrong. There's been 7.
7 Bonds. Yeah.
Well, Dave was the only one who said 6.
Yeah. Dave Niven is one we. Did you mention that?
Why would I mention him? No
He
one knows who the
didn't
fuck he
mention-
is.
He actually never
Would he
mentioned.
do one Bond? Octopussy
I
or
don't know.
something?
Jordan Lazenby, never heard of that guy.
No.
Tim Dalton, Pierce Brosnan.
Tim Dalton I've heard of.
Roger Moore, and Sean Connery.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Dave. I would say Pierce Brosnan is James Bond to me. He did it the best. But Sean Connery is a second close. It was a toss up between those two.
Sean's good. Like he was the original but
Yeah.
they're all good. Like I said, they're all good in their own right.
I think
so.
I like Sean Connery, so
Yeah.
I really want to pick him over Pierce Brosnan. But
It's hard
Pierce
to-
Brosnan, I mean Dante's Peak.
Yeah, it was just so. Well, we're not talking. Yeah, but yeah.
I'm just saying he's a good actor.
So they're all good.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
All right.
Mrs. Doubtfire. It was a run by fruiting.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Sean Connery.
Okay.
Classic. It has to be Sean Connery. The way he smoked a cigarette, lit a cigarette. I mean, he was just swagger. It was
Shake a notch.
It was like that Rat Pack type of guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like back in the day, Frank Sinatra. He just had that swagger.
Hey, next time we should do who played the better Moneypenny,
Oh.
because they were all different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle,
Who's your
We'll
Bond?
we'll go with Sean Connery. Only if for no other reason than suck it, Trebek. If for no other reason. If for no other
So-
Sean Connery is a classic. Man.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Like I said, any of them. You could make a case for all of them being. They're all good Bonds in their own right. I mean, except for the whatever two
How
that
many
you said.
James Bond movies are there now?
Probably like 40.
too many.
They do a.
No, not too many. They're
There
all
was
good. They're all good in their own right.
There
like I
was a
said.
TV station that used to do like literally a James Bond marathon of all James Bond movies.
Are you guys up to date? Have you guys watched the latest ones?
I
Like
have not.
I have
they're
not.
good.
Yeah.
So if you haven't watched Daniel Craig's, they're good.
Mm.
He's a good Bond. Yeah, it's a blonde Bond. Everyone's like, oh my god, he's a blonde Bond, but he's still a good Bond.
He's the hipster
Yeah.
Bond.
The hipster Bond.
All right, on to the next.
All right, the next one. Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
The next one is going to be the band Korn versus Pink Floyd and their rendition of Another Brick in the Wall.
Pink Floyd.
I don't have corn.
I have Korn.
I love Korn.
Oh, Korn?
I absolutely love Korn.
Korn did it stronger, better, faster, I think, than Pink Floyd. And shout out to Pink Floyd for doing the original. It's a great song. It's timeless.
We can't shout out.
No shout. Oh yeah.
Ryan's not here.
Unshout out to Pink Floyd.
Drink Ryan.
I just think, Pink Floyd released that how many years prior to what Korn did?
Absolutely.
And I think
And Korn paid homage.
it depends on what your more favorite music genre is, because you're talking new metal versus classic rock.
True.
Pink Floyd is I don't like all of Pink Floyd's music, and the reason why is I literally, sometimes I feel like I need to do a bunch of acid and then listen to them, and I might understand what they're saying. And can not everybody hear us?
Yeah, I'm just making sure because my shit's blowing up.
No.
Josh is
No.
sending messages.
We had one come across the YouTube that we'll talk about here at the end.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, if that's
Good,
we'll do
good.
that. So, I don't like all Pink, but another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd is just a classic. So I'm going Pink Floyd. I love Korn, but Pink Floyd did it better.
I watched Korn do it live, and I liked it from the get-go.
Like
but
you were there live.
not when they recorded, but when the concert.
You were.
Yeah, they did it. He came out and did it live, and the whole crowd just went bananas. It was so good. But Korn, if you haven't seen them live, I highly recommend it.
Somebody commented, it says, well, it depends upon what you're under the influence of when you heard it.
There's a safe bet
that's
if you're
no
drinking
joke.
if you're drinking this moonshine,
No, it's
it'll
not
be
even
good.
that. Like, if you've ever listened to any of Pink Floyd's music outside of Another Brick in the Wall or all their big hits, like, you literally need to trip on acid in order to understand
Some
them.
psychedelics.
I've never done it.
Dave's smiling.
Anyways, so the next
Plead
one,
fifth.
Can we have a basement confessional quick?
the next one we're gonna do here is Michael Jackson versus Alien Ant Farm. The song "Smooth Criminal."
Michael Jackson, all day. Hands down, Michael Jackson, the king of pop.
My brother from another mother, Ricky, is a Michael Jackson fan, and he would kill me if I said it.
I like Michael Jackson stuff too, but
Alien Ant Farm.
Yeah, Alien Ant Farm is
They
the
did
correct
better.
answer, I think.
They did better.
They did it again. It has to do with whether or not you like the older versus the newer type of music in that instance. Because
I like Little Michael.
I love.
I think what you're gonna find is there's a lot of the older ones that
I think the original's better.
I think the original's better because they're the ones who wrote it. They're the
I
ones
agree.
who created it, and when they created it and released it, that type of music was during their time.
Yes. Kyle, what do you think?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm
What?
gonna go Alien Ant Farm. Oh, go for it.
How many more questions do you have on this? Who did it better?
Like 4? Why? What do you got?
We got a couple people commenting.
Yeah, that's
here.
fine.
That's
Do,
fine.
Should we kind of throw two
yeah,
of those
throw
in there?
Throw some of those in there.
there.
We'll might as well
Okay.
go here because I got a bunch of them.
Okay, so we've got one. Who did it better? And this must be an Iowa or Iowa State deal fan. Who did it better? Black jersey, Iowa or Iowa State?
Iowa.
Iowa.
I mean,
Are we talking football?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Iowa, all
Yes.
day, all day.
So
Iowa
Iowa
States
all,
were
All
terrible.
black uniforms.
Iowa States were terrible.
Iowa State's not even black. Like I don't
It's like
understand.
a
Like
gray. It's like a gray.
It's like a cobalt, or like not a cobalt, a steel.
It's
a
like a
steel.
gray. Yeah, I would go Iowa.
Iowa all day.
All right, this one keeps on your music theme, Dave.
Okay, what do you got?
Who did it better, Snoop Dogg or the Gourds?
Snoop Dogg,
Gin and juice.
100%.
Snoop Dogg. Like
I mean, is that even a question?
Well, here's the question.
I'm flabbergasted.
I
That's
don't even know
even a
the song
question.
yet.
Gin and juice.
The Gourds are like a country version of gin and juice.
Rolling down the street, smoking Nando, sipping on gin and
I mean,
juice.
it's got to be Snoop Dogg.
Snoop
Oh,
Dogg
I
for
didn't,
sure.
I didn't even know, honestly, that somebody else sang
Yeah,
the
they did it.
song.
Yeah. It was a country version
Yeah,
of gin
it
and
was,
juice. Like some West Virginia in the hills kind of
Oh,
stuff.
man.
Hey,
fan,
Josh, make
honestly.
sure we're shouting out the name, at least the first name, when we.
Thanks for that, Mike and Matt, for those
Thanks,
questions.
guys. Appreciate it.
Mike and Matt.
Mike and Matt. We're
Okay.
not gonna put
No,
we're gonna
I'm
put
just
that
trying.
thing. We're trying to-
That's fine.
No, so I do think that gin and juice, Snoop Dogg, like
Snoop Dogg, 100%.
Snoop Dogg. Almost anyone who redoes Snoop Dogg songs,
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard to top it because Snoop Dogg's voice is so iconic, so unique. His
Yeah.
style
I
is
don't-
so. Just,
I'm not sure you can. I don't think that's. Yeah, I don't even think there's a competition there.
It's hard to say. Like, I guess someone who's a diehard, like, oh, country is like, that's the better version of it. But
Yeah.
because there's always those people that are like, I don't like the hip hop music, I don't like rap. It's so no to Snoop Dogg's, yes to the Gourd Blossoms or whoever did it.
But that song, when he redid that though, that was when rap was truly rap.
That was.
That was the old gangster
That
rap.
was
The
old
gangster rap,
old
you know, when they
90s
were.
rap.
Yeah, you know, which is.
Not this auto-tuned crap
Right.
nowadays.
Keep
yeah.
them. Keep the suggestions coming, folks. We
Yeah, this-
we love doing. We love reading them from what you guys have to say versus
Absolutely.
what Dave wrote down.
Bullshit. Mine's great. So I got another one here for everybody that's going to
Yeah.
go and jog the juices and shit.
Jog the
And
juices.
why don't we say this? Everybody who's watching, comment your choice too.
Yeah, absolutely.
give it
Jump
your
in.
choice.
Jump in here. So this is a good one that'll get people,
Yeah,
I know everyone's heard
because
it. So.
if like all of our listeners, the 18 that we might have, or 20, you never know.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows? We're not going to say our number because it might be 5.
Because it might be, because you know, it's just like anything else. It's a lot. We think it's a lot bigger than it actually is.
Somebody might be a lyricist on here. They said rolling down the gravel road, sipping on moonshine.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, what? If
make
you,
some songs.
If you really
We'll
think the
make some-
Gourds, the Gourds did it better than Snoop, comment on that and tell us why you think that.
Now I
because
will say.
it's a hard one for me.
So
to
you guys
answer.
have heard Dirt Road Anthem,
Yes.
okay? Jason Aldean and Brantley Gilbert
Brantley
both
Gilbert
did it.
did it way
Now
better.
I will say, if you guys heard the one with Ludacris in it, that with Jason Aldean,
No.
it is good.
Okay, so I'll throw that one out before you go to your list.
Okay.
Brantley Gilbert and Cole Ford for Dirt Road Anthem,
Yeah.
or Jason Aldean.
To
for
Brantley
Dirt
Gilbert.
Road.
I'm a Brantley Gilbert
Oh, yeah,
fan.
100%.
100% over Jason Aldean.
I'm not even going to give an answer. I don't like country.
Okay.
Can't
There's a
even
door.
comment on that.
Get out of
It's
here.
my house.
Okay. Go to your house.
Yeah.
Go to your room.
Go throw yourself in that fireplace.
Okay, so the next one we had, Kyle, you've heard both those songs for the Dirt Road Anthem. Which one do you think?
You know, I'm just not a big Jason Aldean fan.
Okay, so Brantley.
I will say this, that I haven't been to too many concerts, but I've been to a few, and he was by far the worst concert I've
That's
ever been to.
unfortunate.
See, I saw him in concert in Virginia, and he was actually really good.
I would see him too. I like a lot of his songs.
But,
He does good music.
I obviously everybody's concert. Every
Well, he
concert's
came out-
different, right? I mean, every concert's
Yeah.
different. So he might have been really good that night and really terrible the next night.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of people say he does a really good show, but he was with Luke Bryan up in he was with Luke Bryan at the time, and Luke Bryan came out and was all over the place, like put on a
Energetic
good
and
show.
stuff.
And
Kyle was staring
Aldean
at
came
Luke
out.
Bryan's butt.
Hey, those hips, man! I wish I could move my hips like
Kyle's
that.
singing country boy, shake it for me, boy, shake it for me, boy.
Country
But
singers'
Aldean
butts
came
drive
out,
me
played his
nuts.
set, got off the stage,
He's
and that
in the
was
moonshine for Dave.
Um,
Dancing naked later.
Okay, so the next one, we're just going to keep the ball rolling here, is Disturbed versus Simon and Garfunkel's rendition of The Sound of Silence.
I'm gonna go last on this one.
Okay, I think everyone is going to probably pick Disturbed because of how great David Draymond sang it. Draymond Green sang it. Yeah. You ever heard that one? That's a good one. No, but I like Disturbed's version a lot better. I think Simon and Garfunkel's is absolutely phenomenal. I used to be a huge Simon and Garfunkel fan
Yeah.
of that song specifically, but a lot of their songs. And Disturbed did it better.
I will agree. He was a classically trained opera singer.
Draymond Green. I gotta get that shit out of my
We gotta
head.
cut this moonshine off, man.
Just wait till we get to the
When
sports
he-
segment. We got some
when
shit
he-
going.
Yeah, when he was in high school, he was a classically trained opera singer.
He was raised very religious and very conservative.
And he has perfect pitch.
He's a very incredible singer. David Draymond.
Kyle.
yeah. I'm gonna go with Disturbed. That was they do it well.
So I'm gonna go with Disturbed as well, but I will say here's your difference. Disturbed made it a very dark song, and I don't even know when I first heard it I loved it. I absolutely loved it because I love the song by Simon and Garfunkel. I'm a huge Simon and Garfunkel fan. Almost every single song Simon and Garfunkel has, I like. Now I will say Art Garfunkel might be one of the fuggliest looking men I've ever seen in my life.
It's just a throw.
However,
He's got that weird hair.
yeah.
What are you?
Well, and Paul Simon is whatever, but
Looks like an 80-year-old woman, but
yeah.
yeah, it's okay.
He looks like a human troll.
Art Garfunkel.
All right, now
Yeah,
we're splitting
but,
hairs. We're getting on the topic.
So Disturbed made it dark, and I don't even know if I actually realized how dark they made it until people started pairing it with the COVID videos of the streets being empty in Vegas and Chicago. And then I'm like, wow, that's actually a very dark song. But Disturbed made it that way. But Disturbed, it is their lead singer
He knocked it out of the park.
it out of the park.
Knocked it
I
out
mean,
of the park.
100%.
Like as far as sequels or copying goes, this one is peak.
Covers.
It slaps. He did a fantastic job. I think he did great homage to Simon and Garfunkel. I mean, how else do you do it but do it better?
Dave read the dictionary this week.
Yeah, he did something, didn't he? He wasn't shoveling snow. He was reading.
It seems
Thought he was going to say Navage.
Navage.
It seems the listeners agree. Disturbed.
Yeah, I think, and that's going to be the overall consensus. Like with appreciation to the classic, obviously on that one.
Can I throw one in?
So Dave,
Yeah,
you're
dude.
wrong. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, so I'm going to throw one in, and this is newer, so not everybody might have heard it. But it would be Chris Daughtry and Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm singing Separate Ways by Journey, and then Journey, Separate Ways.
Tell me about it because I don't know.
You haven't heard it?
No.
Oh, okay. Anybody? No?
No.
Do you guys know Separate Ways by Journey?
No.
Okay, so we're not going to play
Don't
this
stop believing.
Yeah, that's not it.
Hold on to that feeling.
That's not it. Separate Ways is a very good song, but Chris Daughtry and Lizzie Hale. Lizzie Hale has a hell of a voice, but they completely botched this.
They're terrible. Never mind. Okay. Next, we're not going to go bash anybody here.
I did.
So the next one that we did was a song by John Lennon that A Perfect Circle covered later on called Imagine.
John Lennon.
I'm
gonna John Lennon. John Lennon wrote. I mean, you got to remember when John Lennon wrote that song and what was all going on in history. So
Vietnam was probably going on.
John wanted peace, and he wanted to. I mean, that was what he was imagining. And John Lennon. I mean, the Beatles changed music history. It's
Absolutely.
That's not something that people don't know. Well, maybe they don't. I don't know.
Unless you're Josh. I've never heard of the Beatles.
Yeah, well,
I've heard of the
they
Beatles. I just
they
don't-
changed music history. They did more in the short time they were together in
They
the United
inspired
States than anybody else.
So many.
I'm a huge Beatle fan. John Lennon was a hell of a writer, and John Lennon wrote that. And I just, when you hear John Lennon, it's a kind of an emotional song if you think about it. And so I'm going to say John Lennon.
If you put yourself in the time frame of when it happened, I understand that. It's a good one. I think that A Perfect Circle did it, and I know I'm picking all the new ones here, but it's just Maynard James Keenan is a incredible.
Maynard?
Maynard James Keenan is an incredible talent.
Is that the bald guy?
Yeah. So if you guys don't know who he is, he's the lead singer of Tool,
He's bald.
A Perfect Circle, and Pussifier, his other band, and all of them are good.
Pussifier?
You never heard of them?
No.
They're good. No, they're good.
That you said that right?
Yeah.
Pussifier.
Like Pacifier, but Pussifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
That doesn't
good.
sound right.
It sounds right. But it's okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, so
That-
he's just a phenomenal talent.
Sounds so wrong. Kyle's not even.
We
saying
gotta be careful
It's lost on me.
with that. with
Okay,
that one.
so yeah, I voted A Perfect Circle on that one. I thought that was better. This is one that everyone should have an opinion on here because we have all heard this song, Smash Mouth versus the Monkees. Believer, the song from Shrek.
Smash Mouth.
the Monkees.
Kyle,
Smash Mouth.
I'm also going with the Monkees.
The Monkees.
The Monkees, they did such a good job.
Oh yeah.
If you guys haven't heard the Monkees before, again,
I've heard of
know
them.
your history about music because the Monkees are a great band from the '60s that were
TV show too.
Were they? Yeah, they were.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's but they also did a fantastic job on this song. Smash Mouth did a great song. It was so cool in Shrek to see him kick the door open and all of a sudden it starts and you're like, oh! As an 11-year-old kid, you just freak out.
I think that's why it, like, for me, that's why it stands
Shrek.
out. It's iconic with, I mean, what, Shrek came out and we're gonna age ourselves here. Shrek came out in what, 2001 or something like that. Yeah. So like, I don't know. That just was
Yeah, it was
like a
iconic.
big.
Like,
You
Yeah.
want to talk about aging yourself? I was sitting at work the other day and I saw the news. Did you know it's been 15 years since Sully landed that plane in the Hudson?
Holy cow!
15. I'm like, holy shit.
blow your fucking mind again. It's been over 15 years since we graduated.
Well, I know that.
Okay.
I knew that.
Mine is a lot more.
Yeah, well, not all of us can be 50 years old and be on a podcast.
Triple digits, dude. We've already told you to put your Depends on. We get it.
41, boys.
Get your Depends. We'll bring it down.
Do you have any more?
Yes.
Oh,
Two more here. One more is Bob Seger versus Metallica. Turn the page. And this one can go either way for me. I will take Bob Seger, the original one, because the way he did it was that was fucking creepy. What the shit just happened?
Did something fall?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Bob Seger did a better job of that song.
I love Bob Seger, and if there was one person I could have seen in concert before he bid his farewell was Bob Seger. But Metallica, their turn to page was heavier, and I just enjoyed it. I was a huge Metallica fan when I was young. So
both did a great job.
I thought Metallica did it better, but if you like more of a mellower song, then Bob Seger's probably your route, but I'll say Metallica.
Metallica for me as well.
Kyle?
I'll pass. I don't know it.
You uncultured swine!
Basically.
Next one, David.
Okay, so this is the last one we want to do. Or do you want to do a couple more?
I got a good one that I thought of while you were bringing this up.
Go ahead and throw it up.
And this is a more recent one, I think, that's come out. Fast Car, Tracy Chapman. And
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a country fan, but, I've listened to Luke Combs' Fast Car. Again, it's hard to say against the original. I think Tracy Chapman still does it for me.
I
Tracy
think
Chapman
Tracy
does it.
Chapman is mine too, with respect to Luke Combs, because he did do a very, very good job on that one.
But it's also been covered by, like, Sam Smith.
Everybody,
Justin
a lot of
Bieber,
people, people have
I mean,
done
there's
it,
like 7 other artists.
but none of them have made it like a hit like Combs made it a hit. Again,
There's like a not techno's not the right word. There's a remix version
EDM.
of Tracy's. Yeah, it's just got a little bit more like pop to it, and that's actually my favorite. I really like that one.
Yep.
I'm going to say Tracy Chapman.
Yeah,
I don't think you can beat Tracy
So
Chapman.
do the watchers. They all agree. Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy Chapman's probably it. Okay, so this one is going to get all of our watchers like, oh my god, Spider-Man. So in my life, there's been 3 Spider-Mans, okay? Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. For me, the best one is Tobey Maguire. Like, he's Peter Parker. He's got the nerdy look to him, but he's also kind of a badass when he puts the suit on, and he's just got the yin and yang that is required with Peter Parker, whereas Tom Holland is a very popular Peter Parker, I feel like, and a very kid that you want to be hanging out with. Like, Tobey Maguire's like, he's a nerd. Like,
I'd say Tobey Maguire too.
he was just a better Spider-Man.
When's this Todd Holland guy or whatever?
Tom Holland?
Yeah, which Spider-Man was he?
All of the
Last
Avengers.
last
He's,
one.
he's,
Yeah,
they're so good
I guess
too. They're so
I
good.
can't really speak. I've seen the one with Tobey Maguire.
Have you seen the one with Andrew Garfield? I think
No,
LL Cool J.
No,
No,
fair.
Jamie Foxx is in it. Yeah, no, he's not.
Jamie Foxx was in that one.
Jamie Foxx. Yeah, it wasn't as good. He was not my favorite Spider-Man. Tom Holland was a second behind Tobey Maguire, but again, Tom Holland just made it more of a popular Peter Parker. When Peter Parker in the comics was a nerd and
Yeah.
not
I'd
supposed
say
to be.
Peter Parker.
No shit. That's what we're talking about.
I'd say
I'm
Tobey
gonna go
Maguire.
with Peter Parker.
D, all of the above.
All of the above.
Clark Kent.
Now, I'm going to go with Tom Holland, and the only reason I say that is because I only watched Tobey Maguire in the first movie. I didn't watch the second one, but like,
Ooh, you missed out.
But having
There's
kids,
2 more.
having kids now with like the Spider-Verse and all this other crap.
Yeah.
I think I've watched more of the Tom Holland versions of it, and I truly think like I feel that him and what's his girlfriend's name? Is it Mary Jo or Mary
Jane?
Zendaya.
Yeah.
she played a perfect.
She's great at it
Yeah.
too, but again, it's just for me it was
So
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten
Yeah.
Dunst was
And why is that?
because it just
Is that
embodied
hot
the
scene?
the comments, the comics.
Dave liked to
I think she's
remember
a
her from
horrible
Bring It On.
actor.
You think Kirsten
I
Dunst?
think she's a horrible
Oh, dude,
actor.
watch Bring It
Horrible
On.
actor.
Watch
I have.
Bring It On, dude.
I have, and it's horrible.
Watch it twice.
Horrible.
Watch it again.
She's a horrible
dude.
actor.
How are you going to get on
Kirsten
the,
Dunst, if
the
you're listening
head
to this, I
cheerleader
think
from
you're
the
awesome.
Toros, man? What the hell?
I hope Kirsten Dunst is listening and shames
We
you.
love you, Kirsten.
We do.
I know.
She's not listening.
Zendaya all the way.
Kyle?
Yeah. You know what? I like the actor. I like Tobey Maguire in those movies better, but I like Tom Holland's like storylines better. I think Tom Holland has had
That's
better
fair.
storylines.
Yeah.
That's
So
fair. Better writers.
I think
on
that's
it.
why it makes it tough, is because I think the movies overall are better that Tom Holland is in than Tobey Maguire was. But
I'll
I
just say this,
agree
though,
with
the
Dave.
Tobey Maguire movies had better Goblin. They had Willem Dafoe and James Franco
I
as,
love William Dafoe.
and they're both great as the Goblins.
Willem Dafoe is so funny.
Such a great actor.
So funny.
Boondocks.
Dave,
is a
I got-
solid movie.
Boondocks
I got one
is
more
so-
here for you
Yeah.
before we wrap it up.
Yeah, throw it at me.
Hurt. We got
Oh,
Hurt
okay.
by
So, Nine Inch
Johnny
Nails,
Cash
Hurt,
or
and Johnny
Nine Inch
Cash.
Nails.
Yeah.
Johnny
Yep.
Cash. I hurt myself
Josh, go ahead. I'll go last.
today.
9 Inch Nails.
Any reason why? Just
I've heard it.
okay.
You never heard the Johnny Cash version?
Dude, no. It's no.
It's okay.
No.
No judgment. Kyle,
There
what do you
is
think?
judgment.
No.
Johnny Cash is really good, especially when you watch the music video with it. Like it's kind of a pain story to his whole life, and I think that's why
Yeah,
it's
well,
really
when
cool.
your dad names you Sue, you are definitely going to have
It's a
a
boy
band,
named
so.
Sue. You'll have some Folsom Prison Blues with that one. Mine was Nine Inch Nails, and again,
Yeah.
I saw them live in concert, and I saw this song being played, and there may have been other things.
Under the influence.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Like what?
Things and stuff. There was sheriffs there, folks. Nothing crazy. We weren't doing-
Why wouldn't you want to,
We were...
like, not say what it is? Why do you fuck the camera?
Because you know. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
So I watched Hurt be performed live by Trent Reznor and Nine Inch Nails, and it blew my mind. It was absolutely outstanding. The original, in this case, did a way better job than Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash is iconic. His voice is iconic. You recognize it anywhere. Any song you hear, you'd recognize it and be like, it can't be a bad song. It's Johnny Cash, which is the truth. I like
Man
the
in
Hurt
Black.
version of Johnny Cash too, but I will just lean towards Trent Reznor's original version better. I think he did a better job of it and how he wanted it to be portrayed as a song.
Little nin.
You're being judged if you didn't choose Johnny. So
Definitely judge.
we have a commenter.
It's Cash
So.
all the way.
Can we shout out this
Yeah.
commenter?
Mike again. brings
Mike.
it.
Mike, yeah, it's Cash all
We
the way.
appreciate
We're
the
gonna call him-
input,
we're
but
gonna
shut
call
the
him-
fuck up!
We're just gonna call him Stein.
I'm just kidding.
Well, that's our Who Did It Better segment here. I actually really enjoyed that, so I hope everybody else did. And comment, you'll see our social media posts and stuff. Give us some comments on some more Who Did It Better.
Please, we'll keep-
next live. We'll keep rolling with this.
We want to hear
I
them.
think it was fun conversation.
Yeah.
Time's flying talking about it, and I think it's a never-ending deal because you
can
can
honestly
literally
do
do Who
anything.
Did It Better.
It's basically
Chevy
comparing
or
it.
Ford.
Yeah.
Or
Chevy.
it could
People
be
circle in
anything.
mistakes.
It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be music or movie.
Could be anything, yes.
That's what I
Literally
just said.
anything.
McDonald's burgers.
Is that what I just said?
Yes, you did.
Next.
Next.
So
Who depends on?
we're it must be
God.
that 50-year-old thing.
Amazon
there.
hasn't delivered
Um,
a Blizzard.
So we're going to jump. Ashley's.
There were
we're
student
gonna,
loans, they'd find you.
Ashley's going to get me again. We're going to jump to drink. We're going to go to a brief sponsor break from our sponsor, Deere Nissan of Dubuque. Yeah.
Chad and Zach were supposed to be here tonight to be on the podcast to help out, introduce this, but a blizzard kept them away. So.
You know what we should do? We should get free Titans for shouting them out. Just saying.
You know what we should
We'll
do?
work on
We
it.
should hang pictures behind us of the people that can't make it from a blizzard, so everybody can laugh at.
Like in that chair, put Ryan on the chair and
like-
Like they did during COVID at the baseball games and stuff.
It's like, oh, look at all these assholes that couldn't make it.
Should I put a Nosy mask on?
Yeah.
That's weird that you have a Notsy mask.
It wouldn't
But
fit. It wouldn't fit.
why do you have a Notsy mask?
I don't. It would just be like.
It
one
sounds
of
like
those,
you
It'd be one
do.
of those Ryan Reynolds cutouts you just put on your face.
I don't know if it's one of those things where you have it in the closet when your kids are bad. You just jump out and scare them.
Skin, Dave. All right, here we go, Deary.
Hello, I'm Chad Waters, General Manager of Deary Brothers Nissan, and I invite you to come experience the difference a dealer can make. We're offering a whole new way of doing
I wanna
business centered around a total customer service experience. From pre-sale to post-sale, our team will be with you every step of the way. Be sure to check out our Deary certified program, including our 3,000-mile warranty. So come experience the difference a dealer can make at Deary Brothers Nissan.
Boom. We're back live.
All right, and we thank you for the words from Deere Nissan. If you need any vehicle maintenance, need to purchase a new vehicle, lease a new vehicle, trade your vehicle in, get a vehicle appraisal done, go see Deere Nissan, see Zach or Chad. Mention Manstream.
They'll hook you up.
Not
They'll hook you up.
Manscape, Manstream. And
Well, if you want to tell them about manscaping, feel free. I mean, that's your
We're not
whatever.
sponsored by
We're
them.
not sponsored by them, so just do your thing.
No free ads, Dave.
Yeah,
no free ads.
Mainstream.
We're going to work with Chad and his team. We're going to have a code that
Sweet.
is going to have everybody.
Have you seen the new Titans?
Oh, yeah.
The Nissan?
Oh.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Dude, sign me up.
I'm a Tundra guy, but yeah.
No, dude, I'm not. We're splitting hairs again with this one because this could go either way.
Who did it better?
Who did it better?
Nissan.
I love the Titans. They are so sick. The new ones are just so cool.
For me, if
Somebody else has a Titan.
Call me biased because I'm a Titans
If you
fan.
get-
but-
if you get-
Put two and two together.
If you gave me $100,000, I'd be at a Toyota Tundra TRD Pro all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
yeah.
that's not what our sponsor sells. So let's. Good asshole.
I bought a vehicle.
I'm a real big Chevy guy.
I bought a vehicle.
I used to work there.
Yeah. We have connections.
Yeah.
I bought a vehicle there.
Yeah, Mark
They got
Simmons.
my
Hope you're
money.
doing good.
The Nissan Titans are fantastic. Go buy one of those.
Or Frontier. My dad drives an Altima.
You know,
My mother-in-law drives a Murano.
Nissan Skyline.
I mean,
we tested.
they don't
the
sell
Pathfinder,
those
and it was just
in-
a little too steep.
So, anyways, go see Deere Nissan. Mention Manstream, and they might give you a discount.
They'll take care of you. They'll take care of you, that's for sure. They're gonna treat
If
you
you
right.
mention that, I highly doubt they're going to say we're going to charge you full
Hey,
price.
the one thing that I will say, have you guys been to that Nissan up there?
Yeah.
I've worked there.
Okay, no. Ever since like Deary took over.
It's the same building.
Okay, no, dude, they've got.
They added tunnels and shit. Duh.
They've got this like $5,000 espresso machine up there that will make you anything you want.
Yeah.
Anything?
Anything. Coffee based.
Anything.
All right.
What can I get with
All right.
$5?
So, on to a segment that I'm not going to try to spend all that much time because some people like it, some people don't. But
Well, we like it, goddammit, so you're gonna listen to us.
We like it. So, it's our sports banter of the week. Round of applause, please. No? Okay.
Hit the button. I'm gonna hit the button a bunch of times. I haven't heard it once.
That's
Oh
not
my
a round of
God.
applause, but
Sorry, we got the
are-
slow geriatric behind the. There you go.
There you go. Thank you.
Hey.
Sports banter of the week. We got two topics here that we just want to touch brief on, and
How you always trying to touch briefs, dude?
Pens aren't here.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so the sports banner of the week. There's been some big firings this week.
no. Well, let's not. Let me get this.
You talking about touching briefs?
We got
Dave
Nick
is the captain now.
We got Nick Saban retiring, which
Huge.
is kind of huge.
Huge.
Nick Saban,
And they replaced him already.
And they replaced him already. Did not take long, so they clearly knew.
They had a guy in mind,
I
obviously.
think,
I mean, when you're in Alabama, you gotta figure out who's.
But that's a big college football figure that is now retired, and
Yeah.
he was a very big recruiter. Would steal a lot of recruits.
Well, we got a wonky. Something going on with the sound, kind of wonky.
What does that mean?
I think it sounds like it's
Hello,
like the
Clarice.
gain is up too much. It's like cracking, I think.
Cracking.
I'm not sure if that's what Mike is talking about.
Wow. Sorry, everybody.
Yep, I pulled it down.
Let's not judge us on this specific episode.
Yeah, we have new equipment.
Pacific.
We're gonna get Pacific here real
I said
quick.
specific.
I heard Pacific.
So Nick Saban retiring.
I heard Pacific too.
Nick Saban's retiring. That's kind of a huge deal for college football, I think.
It's the best of all time.
He's the best, or it's the best.
He is the best
Okay.
of all time, and you can't. There's no argument. Who are you gonna say is better?
Meh.
Kirk
Bear
Ferentz
Bryant.
beat him twice.
Shut the fuck up.
I wouldn't even put Kirk Ferentz.
I'm not putting Kirk Ferentz, but he beat him twice. I mean,
Kirk Ferentz beat him twice. Yeah, you're right.
How many up until the past couple years? There was only like
A
three.
couple.
There was only 3 coaches in NCAA that have beat him twice. One being Kirk Ferentz.
I think Sark got him twice now. Or no, this is his first year. No, because Steve Sarkisian just got him once.
Did you
Jimbo Fisher
see-
got him twice, I think.
But did you see the list of all the offensive coordinators he's had under him?
Yeah, it's just. In my
Jimbo
opinion,
Fisher was one of them.
Yeah.
Steve Sarkisian was.
Yes, a lot of
Yeah,
them.
I
A
mean,
lot of
it's
people.
crazy.
If you go back far enough, I think Kirk Saban and Belichick were all in the same squad at one point. And check me on that one. I'm not sure, but I know for a fact Saban and Belichick were. And I thought Saban and Kirk were on the same squad, same coaching staff at one point.
I don't believe so.
somewhere.
Were they, Kyle?
No, Saban and Kirk, I don't
were
believe
not.
so, but Kirk and Belichick were.
And then Saban and Belichick were too, so it must have been 2 different places then.
It was
So-
2 different places. So
Okay,
because
okay. So there's a-
Kirk was Kirk with New England? No, not New England. Was he with the
Giants.
Browns too?
Oh, maybe the Browns. Yeah, it might have been the Browns.
Well, because I know Saban and Belichick were with the Browns together.
It might have been. Josh, can you fact check that? Or
Yep. What was the fact check? Sorry, I was checking on the
Saban,
sound.
the connection between Saban, Belichick, and Kirk Ferentz. I think they all coached in the same thing. We'll keep rolling.
Ferentz, was an assistant for Belichick.
Saban.
Yeah.
We're trying to look for a Saban and Kirk
Saban.
Ferentz.
I don't think there was any ties between those two.
I don't think there was a
It might
lot
have been several
overlap
years
there.
then
at all.
too, because they might have both been at the Browns, but just different times.
But that's a huge retirement, and it's brought a lot of questioning on how many athletes are going to enter the transfer portal now. Would you stop hitting your mic?
There was no relationship, says Nick Saban was the DC of the staff with Belichick, and him and Ferentz would become friends, but it was after
Right.
Saban had left.
Okay,
Right.
so there was.
So
Yeah.
their event. Yeah, I don't know how to look at it. I don't know what to think. I don't know if there's going to be a bunch of transfers now out of Alabama. Are they going to stay? I
Hayden
don't.
Proctor, let's go.
I think that one, I hope everybody who watches college football appreciated. Like I hated Alabama. Don't get me wrong. I did not like watching them win, but the dominance that they have shown over the last 20 years or whatever the heck, however long Saban has been there, I think 16.
It's like the hate for Tom Brady.
But it's just
Will that dominance continue?
No.
Without.
No.
Saban?
So I remember before Saban got there, Alabama was mediocre at best.
Correct.
Constantly peaking at like 23, 25. They were never in the teens really, or definitely not in the single digits for rankings. So they weren't as dominant. However, once Saban got there, the recruits started coming in. They started doing their thing, blowing up, and just destroying people.
So
the
Saban
effect.
Saban coached at Michigan State and LSU.
Won a
And
championship at
Alabama.
LSU.
Yeah, well, Warren Holloway caught an amazing
All right.
touchdown in the Capital
Yeah,
One.
that was-
Okay,
his last
all
game
right.
at
So here we
LSU.
go. This-
Yeah.
But
I don't think you'll see. Sorry, Mike. I don't think you'll see that much of a drop off. To be honest, in Alabama, I'm not saying there won't be a little growing pains there.
who did they
but I
replace
don't-
him with?
that Kevin Holder.
The Washington's head coach. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Kevin, yeah, whatever.
Debonis or something like that.
These
But
mounts.
I think there's just too much. There's just too much money running through Alabama.
I
That
agree.
But was it running
I don't- I don't
through
think
because of Saban? Because
Well,
you have a legendary coach like that.
he brought it back, but I don't think it just stops coming in now because he's gone.
the alumni
It's not like they were
gonna
paying
let
for.
that happen.
No.
Yeah, probably not. You're probably right, but I think that we're in for a little bit of a lull in terms of like Alabama's dominance. They might not.
Yeah,
They might not win the 10
Possibly.
games next year like they've been accustomed to the last time.
I would agree. There's a
I
there's a
don't
good
know
chance
though.
Alabama-
Washington's head coach, he was out there 2 years, and he only lost 2 games the entire time he was out there.
We're
Like-
talking about the Pac-12.
So that coach, he didn't recruit Bo Nix, right?
No, Bo Nix came from what is it, Ole Miss?
Oh,
Well,
he
Bo-
was a transfer, wasn't he?
Yeah, from and Bo
Bo
Nix
Nix
played
is
at
Oregon.
Oregon too.
Oregon, yeah. he
Penix was Indiana.
Yeah.
Penix
Or
was hurt.
Penix, I mean.
Yeah.
Penix was hurt in
Mike
Indiana.
Yeah, he recruited
constantly.
Penix.
He
But
recruited
Penix was good when he played for Indiana. That was the thing though. When he played,
He's just always hurt.
always hurt.
Yeah.
And then he went to Washington.
He recruited really well. He inherited a team that
Well,
was
'cause
4-8.
This guy was Indiana. I'm pretty sure, wasn't he? This guy who's now the coach of Alabama. Yeah, I thought go look that up because I think he was the OC of Indiana. That's where he met Penix from, because he knew how good Penix was. But the injuries and maybe just the change of scenery is all he needed. So if you can check that, just to prove I'm right.
Yeah, let's check that. So, another, and this is not, it's football, but Bill Belichick was relieved of his duties with the New England Patriots.
It's the same thing as Saban, I think. Like, yeah, you hated it when it happened, but did you appreciate the dominance?
I don't know. I disagree.
What do you disagree about?
Well,
He's the best
because
coach.
there's a stat running around, and if Josh wasn't looking up something else, I'd say look this up. Look up Belichick's stats without Tom Brady.
Horrible.
It's terrible.
Doesn't matter though.
So Belichick is a defensive-minded coach.
Yes.
The only reason that anything happened with the New England Patriots was because of Tom Brady.
Absolutely.
Bill Belichick
I
was a
hate
GM for that team.
Because look at what Bill Belichick's done since Brady left.
So
Nothing.
here's case in point, really quick then, because when Brady got hurt and Matt fucking Castle came in, they made the playoffs, won the division.
Bill Belichick's defense.
So now we're just saying that Belichick, if he didn't have his defense and Tom Brady, he wouldn't be good. So if he wasn't a coach, he wouldn't be good coaching.
I'm just saying. You look at Mac Jones. Look at what's happened since Brady left there. Are you really going to say that? And then you look at the stats of what Bill Belichick is as a head coach with Tom Brady and without Tom Brady. Are you
Yep.
really going to say that
All right.
that Bill Belichick is that good of a coach?
Here's the fact check on both of those. Kalen DeBoer, Sioux Falls College, Southern Illinois, Eastern Michigan, Fresno State, 1 year at Indiana.
The OC, then he went to
Fresno State, Washington, Alabama. Belichick, this is pretty crazy. He went 219 and 64 with Brady. 774 win percentage. 47 and 57 without Brady.
I think that stat can be a little misleading, though, just in the sense that I'm not saying that Brady didn't, put Belichick above what maybe
They were
he could have
the
been.
Batman and Robin, basically.
But the thing is
Robin.
when Brady leaves, you lose a franchise quarterback. A lot of teams struggle. A lot of teams struggle when they lose a franchise quarterback. So you can't, that's not necessarily his fault.
Yeah,
I mean,
Mac
he
Jones
is
isn't-
drafting. He's helping draft, but who's really pulling the strings?
Okay,
up
so
there? I
let me
don't know if
play
he
the
was-
devil's advocate here then. So what's the excuse of why the Packers are in the playoffs then this year?
Poor division.
Well,
But the
I mean-
Lions clearly won the
the
division.
Lions did, but everyone else in the division is. I guess the Braves sort of coming out at the end of the year, but the
But
Vikings were
Mac,
kind of doomed.
Mac Jones came in after Brady was gone, and I think that's the difference.
so he didn't learn from-
truthfully,
he didn't learn
I
from
think if you look, I don't know that there's a stat that proves this, but it would not surprise me if you look. Anytime a quarterback can sit behind a even somewhat successful quarterback before
Absolutely.
they take over those reins,
Absolutely.
they're going to be more successful.
Look
Patrick
at,
Patty
Mahomes,
Mahomes,
Jordan
Patty
Love.
Mahomes,
Yeah.
Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I mean,
Andrew
Brock.
Luck.
You can even say Brock Purdy in there a little bit. Was
Well, he's
Garoppolo
a-
amazing? No, but he was
Stop
able
it.
to learn. He didn't get forced into
We're
it.
talking about Hall of
you
Fame
know.
quarterbacks. When you throw in Jimmy Garoppolo, like
No, he said
No.
Alex
No, I'm
Smith
just-
isn't a Hall of Fame quarterback,
Alex Smith put up
No.
good numbers for his career, very
but
manageable.
he's not
numbers.
Hall of Fame.
No, you're right, but we're putting up.
So
No,
Patty
but
Mahomes
I'm
sat
saying-
behind Alex
I'm
Smith.
saying if you can sit behind somebody and learn how to become a professional, you're
True.
going to have more success.
Unless you're in
Mac
the
What do you
Jones
got? What do you
didn't
got,
get to do
Josh? You got stats over
Yeah,
there.
so stats. Here's an interesting one. Brady won after he left quite a bit. 32 and 18 at Tampa Bay.
Did you see that team though?
I did.
Yeah, they had
Jameis
a better
Winston was
team.
Jameis Winston was a playoff caliber quarterback in that same team. Mike Evans, one of the best receivers ever. I don't care what anyone says. He will go down as a top 10 receiver of all time just for the consistency.
How do you argue with something like that? I don't care what anybody says. Well, there's no point arguing that.
Well, then don't argue with me.
And one other comment from Matt said a good defense makes a good QB. Brady had a great supporting cast when he was with the Patriots.
He absolutely did, and there's
And
Super
at
Bowls.
Tampa Bay.
There's Super Bowls that they won in New England. If it wasn't for their defense,
Absolutely.
they wouldn't have
So
won.
Brady-
what's the Ravens'
Brady also
excuse
has
then
one
the
Super
last
Bowl
few
that-
years?
But my point of Bill Belichick from the start, and then we'll move on, is he's a defensive-minded head coach.
Yes.
He is not an offensive-minded head coach,
Sure.
and it's showing.
So getting Brady in there to someone who is a very good offensive mind.
Correct.
But also when what's his name? Belichick was first at New England. He had guys like Charlie Weiss who were running offenses. So Charlie Weiss by himself was a great offensive mind. I think he coached Notre Dame for a while too. I don't know how well he did at Notre Dame, but
They were a playoff team before Brady got there too, weren't they?
Yes.
With Bledsoe.
yeah.
Like, so
So was another quarterback who was a very good quarterback. I don't know if he's Hall of Fame. I don't think he's Hall of Fame caliber, but he was a good
Yeah.
quarterback. He could handle the game. He could throw the ball, and Brady wouldn't have got a shot if he didn't get injured. So
Right.
Yeah. you just can't hold him having a good quarterback against his coach
or a good defense
because
right?
it's
So
almost
they're-
any team.
They're one of the same.
Yeah.
I don't
They-
think you can't take away his defensive coaching, but I think you could question him as a head coach on the offensive side.
Yep.
But Pete Carroll was let go as well. They missed the playoffs.
No surprise.
He wasn't let go. He was just. It was weird.
No, he was not re-signed.
He was not. He's staying on as a special advisor.
Oh, I did not read that.
He is
at all.
staying on the Seattle Seahawks as like a advisor to whoever they bring in next. And then he said he's not.
That means you
He-
didn't do a good job.
He did a fantastic job. He fought for his job to keep coaching, is what he said. And they wanted
he
to-
tried. Yeah, he tried to.
He said he
yeah.
fought for his job to coach and tried to do that. He wants to maybe coach.
He'll land
He's
feet
just.
somewhere.
He should.
He'll land feet.
I know a great place that would be.
I hear
love to
I
have
was
him.
needing an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He's more of a defensive coach too, I think.
Let's get past the fifth bullet point here and work our way down the schedule.
Vrabel.
Right. Well, yeah.
What the
talked
shit?
about that. Yeah, Tennessee's.
God,
but
dog.
anyways, so our last topic of sports banter is I just wanted to have a general conversation of Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is obviously, it depends on who you ask, but is the best girls basketball player in the nation.
Who is saying otherwise?
Come on. Are you kidding me? You really are asking that?
Yeah.
Dave
because it's not
apparently
even
hasn't been on
close.
social media.
Apparently,
in
you
the
know,
last
Angel
year.
Reese.
Reese?
See, Angel Reese,
Oh, yes.
Paige Buckner's. I mean, they all.
Paige Buchers.
Buchers.
But these other fans are
How?
saying the same.
UConn fans, shut your mouth. You get awful loud.
You act like you never heard this. You act like you never.
But there's
hear,
no
You act like
comparison.
you never hear the people saying that Caitlin Clark is one-dimensional. Like, so
One-dimensional.
So
the fact that you can score, play defense, and
instead of freaking out,
I have to freak out.
I mean, just let's get through this. So, Caitlin Clark is the best basketball player in the nation, girls basketball player in college. She's averaging 31 points per game, 7 rebounds a game, and 7 assists per game. She's had
As a guard.
The
rebounds is amazing as a guard.
She's the Russell Westbrook plus scoring of the women's college basketball.
Correct. She's had 15 triple doubles in her career. She's 5th all time in women's career points. She will pass. What's her face? I can't remember.
Kelsey
her name.
Plum is the one.
No, who's number 4, Kyle?
Brittany Griner.
Brittany Griner, yeah. She'll pass her probably after tomorrow's game. She's 10th all
If they
time.
play it.
She's 10th all time in assists. They play in the guys' game tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, but Indiana didn't make better travel arrangements. They're not in Iowa City yet.
Oh, really?
So
Sucks to suck.
it's all stipulated that they make it to Iowa City.
Oh.
Indiana's trying to hope the game is canceled so they don't have to play Iowa.
Dave,
That's
can I
my.
log
That's
on
good to know.
Twitter or newly minted X.
So
Should I?
she's second all time in triple doubles.
What's on there?
To Ionescu, right, Kyle?
Yeah, I think Sabrina's got the most.
Yes. Yeah.
So this was one that really made me go, She's 8th all time between men and women's all time scorers
Behind
in
Pistol
college.
Maravich.
In college.
That's saying something.
That is saying something. She's selling out. She's continually selling out other people's arenas. And I had to laugh so bad because when they played at Mackey Arena in Purdue, what was that, Wednesday night, Purdue had a Facebook post that says, "Did we just sell out?" And I'm going, yeah, not because of you.
That's the thing that these.
Like,
Let's put credit where credit's due. This is the difference, I think, between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Is Angel Reese selling out opposing stadiums? No one gives a shit to watch her like that. Caitlin Clark is inspiring because of the way she does it, because of how she carries herself. She's a fiery competitor on the court. She's got sportsmanship about it.
Right.
She's not shoving it in your face that she's winning.
Right.
Does Angel Reese also have two, not one, but 2 other NCAA women's coaches making jabs at her because of essentially being a hater, right?
No.
You
Yeah.
have
You're talking about Dawn Staley, right?
one of them.
Dawn Staley made comments,
She can
as
shut her
well
mouth whenever,
as
too.
Kim
Lucky.
Kim Mulkey from LSU. She made a comment that nobody on her team shoots 40 times a game, which Caitlin doesn't either.
Let's put the Jack in the Box back in the box with her. I mean, let's be honest.
What the hell does that mean?
Have you seen her fucking clothes?
Who?
Like,
Mulkey.
Oh,
Mulkey.
Kim.
Dressed like a fucking peacock
That's
in
what I'm
heat.
saying. Put
Like,
the fucking
shut
Jack
the...
in the Box
Yeah.
back in the box.
It's ridiculous.
If she steps on the court one more time, as a ref, I'd fucking.
I don't
run
know.
over.
I don't know any other coach that can get away with bumping a ref and
No.
nothing get called from it.
T-Top.
What a
I'd
joke.
agree. I'd agree. Well, and what I'll say is Caitlin also, and I'm biased as all hell because I'm a big Iowa women's basketball fan.
We know.
It's not biased, but it's true.
Caitlin is always, she's always on the radar of referees as well. And prime example was against Purdue, that last second shot from half court. I mean, she was clearly shooting when the whistle blew.
Yeah.
So how you call that on the ground?
Ugh.
And then the technical on her, which she probably deserved the technical, and I wasn't disappointed in the fact she got a technical. But I mean, she was smacked in the face. They're constantly hand checking her all the time.
Yeah.
She's constantly double teamed. She's constantly getting run off the ball. I mean, she's just constantly being
Pressure.
If somebody else would step up for the Hawkeyes, they need
There's
a
plenty
dominant,
of them.
not like Sonano. They need a dominant number 2 because Sonano could also put 25 points up.
When's the last time you watched a game and seen how many Hawkeyes were in double-digit points?
Well, if it wasn't on Peacock, I'd watch a lot more. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
She actually got that technical wasn't because of her. She was complaining because I think it was Hannah Stuelke got, or it was either Hannah or Sydney Falter. One of those guys got hammered, and that was actually when she got it because she was sticking up for her teammate.
Which is good.
So,
for all the people
yeah.
out there, and it's been all over social media that call Caitlin Clark one-dimensional, open your eyes.
She's a team player.
She's definitely not one-dimensional. If she has 15 triple-doubles, how do you say she's one-dimensional?
Yeah, I don't understand that either. Like,
Exactly.
Is she only offensive? Because she's got steals too. She plays great defense. She can lock down on the perimeter.
She plays great defense when she wants to play great defense.
As all the
Otherwise,
greats do.
She plays NBA defense.
Otherwise, she plays smart defense because she knows.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
She has to stay in the game.
She knows people are going to try to get her into foul trouble to get her out,
Yeah.
so she plays smart defense.
Absolutely.
She
Totally agree.
But when she has to play strong defense, much like against, where did the Michigan State, that block at the end? I mean, just that might have been one of the best women college basketball blocks I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I mean, she sent that ball, just smacked the hell out of it. But anyways, Caitlin Clark, best player in.
Ever.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. So, but just wanted to have a brief conversation about Caitlin Clark because she's doing amazing things, and we love seeing it.
If you haven't watched, please watch. It's incredible to watch the sport as a whole. Even like any team you want to watch for the women's side is just fantastic competition.
I would agree.
If I were to ever to get an expansion team of any sort, they need a WNBA team. I think that would. I think Iowa could do really well. I think they do better than Indiana does.
You know, I think you're onto something, and this is something I found. I moved to Iowa. The amount, moonshine coming back out. The amount of people in Iowa that actually follow women's basketball more than they follow men's is actually Illinois is not that way. And so when I moved to Iowa, and they were like, oh yeah, it's kind of crazy. So
Iowa State, always has a good crowd over there too. And
yeah, I mean, their women's team is good too usually.
So we're gonna go to the picks of the week. We're gonna run through these here real fast. After last week's picks of the week, we did college bowl games. We did the Georgia-Florida State game, the Iowa-Tennessee game, and the Penn State-Ole Miss game. Dave's now 7-2 overall. Mike and Kyle are 4-5. And Ryan and Josh are 2-7 after that. But we do need to make a note that technically, I don't know how we want to put this. Kyle and Josh both picked Michigan and Washington in the college football playoffs, and they both picked Michigan winning. So, in my opinion, you know what? They can say that they're in the lead right now. I don't really care, but. So that's where we're at with picks of the week. This week's picks, we're going to run through them very quick. It's wild card week in the NFL, so these next few podcasts are definitely going to be some NFL games. First off, we're going to start with the Browns versus the Texans. Dave?
I've got the Browns because I think their defense is fantastic, and Joe Flacco has been coming in and showing them what a real quarterback can do on a team that's good defense.
I have the Browns as well. I just Joe Flacco's playing kind of crazy right now.
Yeah, it's insane.
Kyle?
Where's that game at?
Houston.
I'm going to pick Texas.
The Stroud House.
Okay. And Josh?
Browns.
Okay. So we got 3 Browns and 1 T. Dolphins versus Chiefs at Arrowhead.
Blizzard Bowl.
Miami.
Is it going to be snowing down
there? It's going to be negative 30.
Because the Chiefs, here's why the Miami Dolphins are going to beat the Chiefs. Is because the Chiefs can't stop the run.
Right.
They're ranked like 28th in the run defense, and Miami has great running game. We know you're going to pick the Chiefs. We expect you to pick the Chiefs. We don't even care about your opinion on the Chiefs because we know you're going to pick the Chiefs.
So I picked the Dolphins. I don't know. I think McDaniel's going to have the Dolphins playing pretty well. I don't care how cold it is. I mean, let's be honest. The Kansas City Chiefs really that used to playing in that kind of cold weather.
They should be, but Tua played really well in Buffalo 2 years ago.
Right.
When it was like snowy games and stuff.
He's from Hawaii.
Yeah, so he has a lot of snow there.
Yeah.
Kyle?
Oh, this is tough. I think the wind is going to play a factor in this, so I think that eliminates Tyreek Hill just a little bit. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
Okay.
Ooh, Dave, how you on there?
Steelers versus the Bills in Buffalo.
I'll go last. Because
I picked Buffalo.
I'll pick Bills.
Yeah, I picked
Buffalo.
I'm going to go with Steelers because this game is going to be a run game, and Steelers are equipped to run this ball, and they are one of the historically best snow teams.
Back on the Chiefs Miami game. Travis Kelce plus money for a TD catch. Take it to the bank. We got a tip for the week.
This is that nobody else will throw to.
Is that the same? Is that the same tip you got for your parlay last week when you picked Travis Kelce?
You know, I got voided off on that one.
Or that a couple weeks ago when he boasted, I'm going to go 3-0 in my picks this week. Put it on the board.
You know,
but here's the
now that fantasy's over, Travis will have a ton of touchdowns. So thanks, Travis.
Yeah, after he can't produce for you anymore. Yeah.
I'll pick the Steelers there.
Yeah, you know, because Najee Harris is going to run all over the Bills.
Just watch. You just watch.
The Packers versus the Cowboys at AT&T down in Dallas.
That's Dallas all the way. Packers are too young. Jordan Love's going to face a defense that's got his number and can get pressure on him, and it's going to be ugly for the Packers.
I have the Cowboys as well, just because I hate the fucking Packers.
Yep, Cowboys too.
Yeah, Cowboys, they score too many points at home, and you know.
Did you see that? Did you see the end of the video when, or the end of the game interview when? So the Eagles decided to bench everybody because I guess Jalen Hurts might have hurt his pinky or something.
Shit.
Hangnail or something. Needed to change his tampon. So the Cowboys won the division, and they gave him the division champs hats.
Yeah.
And did you see Dak Prescott didn't wear it? And they asked him why. They said, "Why aren't you wearing your hat?" And he said, "So I want more than that. I want something bigger."
I'm just going to say this really quick about the Cowboys game. You want to talk about fucking choke artists? Dallas Cowboys. All right, next pick.
Rams Lions. At Detroit.
Ooh,
But
Lions.
it's inside, so.
Hey, that finger wasn't just a finger. It was
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly. It was knuckle deep.
Who?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
It's pretty wicked.
Just in case anybody sees it.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah,
see
okay,
that.
so what'd you
Big
say?
unangled.
Rams Lions. Is he going to be healthy for
Yeah, he's fine. They
Oh,
just
okay.
reset it.
Rams Lions? Rams Lions.
Go ahead. Oh. I'm
Days
going to...
cut off. No more moonshine.
Lions for me.
Matthew Stafford is going to come back to the house that he helped build, and he's going to win. The Rams are going to beat the Lions, and I want the Lions to win, but the Rams are going to beat them because Stafford's dangerous in the playoffs.
I'm going to say the Rams as well. Sam Laporta is slotted to play, so that's good for Iowa fans that like to watch him.
It's going to
I'm
be
gonna go
a
Rams.
shootout.
Even if Laporta plays, I don't think he's gonna be 100%.
Right.
It's going to be a shootout. You know, that's the one thing about this game I think we can all say is
Right.
with confidence. It's gonna
And
be a
then
shootout.
Eagles and Buccaneers.
I'll go last.
Eagles for me.
I picked the Eagles.
Yeah.
It's not even. I don't know if there's a. I don't know. Baker Mayfield isn't going to take the Buccaneers to the promised land.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eagles.
Bucks. Because the Eagles have been playing like dog ass, and they're not going to fix it this week.
They have, but-
They've been looked really bad. The Bucks have a great team. Take Baker out of the equation. They have got really great players across the board.
Well, we shall see starting tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Tomorrow, yeah. So
Yep.
a few games tomorrow, and then Sunday, and then one on Monday. I think that I wrote them down in order. I think the Browns, Texans, and Dolphins, Chiefs are tomorrow.
Mhm.
And I think then the Packers, Cowboys, Rams, Lions are Sunday, and the
Browns,
Eagles,
Texans,
Buccaneers.
Dolphins. Yeah.
I will say I turned down 3 free tickets to this game.
Why?
Obviously the snow, but just the travel.
Is there a pussy button? Like
No.
pussy?
I mean, I only go down 30 below zero, man. Fuck that shit.
Sissy.
I mean, I love them, but I'll watch on my couch if I need to.
I am the same way.
Yeah.
There's no, yeah.
And the other thing about it is, I've been to 9 Chiefs games. I've seen no wins, not a single fucking one.
So you're bad luck.
I am bad luck. That's why I shut the games off. If I don't watch them,
I know you said that. He was like, "I'll shut the game
I
off." Like
am
you're a
the
Chiefs
one-
fan.
no.
I'll watch. I'll jinx them.
Yeah,
All right.
I do. Same thing with Iowa. I'll shut the game off.
Right.
I understand.
I-
that.
You know what? I'm going to disagree with it. I'm going to disagree with the one thing there. I don't care how cold it is. To me, the colder the better when it comes to watching football games in
Right.
the stadium. I don't think there's much like tailgating when you have to bring the heater out and stuff like that. I mean, I don't
There's
rough
no
it
such thing as
tailgating.
bad
Let's put it that
weather.
way.
It's just being poorly prepared.
I'm
Dress warmer.
I'm a pussy.
So let's move on. We actually only have about 10 more minutes of time.
Jump into it.
In the slotted time. Let's jump into the Ask Us Anything segment, where we ask viewers to ask us questions and we answer them. What are we laughing at?
Dave wants to go last every time.
Oh.
Somebody comes.
Yeah.
Because I'm 7-2 and you guys will pick my fucking picks. That's why.
Well, you can't pick your pick. Like you have your picks, and if that's my picks are the same,
Hey,
like I'm not going
with
to
your
copy
7
off
and 2,
you.
do you actually sports bet?
Why would I?
No, he doesn't gamble.
Exactly.
Gambling is the devil's tool.
Well,
He plays fantasy football. That's it. So, what sport would be the funniest to add a mandatory amount of alcohol to?
Polo. With the horses
Like
and the
water?
mallets.
Oh, not water polo, like actual polo.
Think about it. I mean, you get a bunch of drunk dudes just on horses and
falling off.
oh, whatever. It'd just be funny.
Legitimate sport or just a hobby sport? Doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters.
I'm gonna go fucking ping pong. You ever seen those Chinese guys go at it? Can you imagine them drunk?
So you have them doing sake bombs before
Oh,
the
bro. I think it'd be funny as hell.
That would be kinda
I
funny.
think they'd be falling all over the place.
Olympic
Athletes
swimming.
and shit. Ping pong.
Ping pong.
I thought-
Ding ding dang.
I kind of
What's
thought
with the handle?
I kind of thought NASCAR.
Yeah, let's encourage. I was thinking that too.
But you'd
Yeah,
have
so
to,
you can go left to 200 miles an hour.
yeah. I mean,
Can you go left to 200 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Hammer drunk.
The first person that gets drunk and takes a right turn, you
Where's
lose.
Ryan when we have? This is a great one for Ryan because I'm like that'd be a good conversation for when he's here.
I thought NASCAR, and then I also kind of thought rugby would kind of be fun if everybody was hammered out
Those
there.
guys
Everyone-
are
they already are
Those
hammered.
guys
What do you
drink
mean?
Before the games.
Well, I mean, I didn't
Track.
know that, so track.
Track and field, yeah.
Throwing a javelin,
every
just throwing the crowd.
every lap you take, you got to chug a beer or
You'd
something
see
like
a
that.
lot of puking.
Right.
What you do is you do the thing we used to do in Mario Kart, where you take 40 ounce or
40 Edward
40
40
ounce.
you do drink driving. You
No.
gotta drink
What
a beer
Kyle
finish.
just said, didn't that happen in Revenge of the Nerds?
I've
have,
seen
like, the
I've
circle
seen it
games?
in like movies and stuff,
Yeah,
but I
so,
think for it to be an
well,
Olympic
so Revenge
sport,
of the Nerds, they drove them pedal bikes around in a circle on the track.
And he had to chug a pitcher
Yeah.
every time he went around
They
the
had
track.
they had the Korean guy do it
Yeah,
from
what was
the-
his name?
Ping Wong.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But anyway,
Yeah,
so
good one.
what is the worst song ever? So I took this as like most annoying song you don't like, worst song you don't like.
There's so many I don't want to name. I don't like The Reason by Hoobastank. I don't like Hey Jude by the Beatles. There's a lot of songs I don't like.
One. Weird Al Yankovic, Amish Paradise.
What?
You're the minority there, buddy.
Yeah,
yeah.
Hardcore minority.
must be a Chiefs.
Why don't you go put your Depends on?
My Humps by the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, come on! What you can do
The song
with
that
all
was-
Fergie.
It's annoying. Like,
Yeah. A song that I think was meant to be good, but was far from it. Friday by Rebecca Black.
no.
We don't listen to
Yeah.
classical music.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
come on. If you haven't
It's
heard,
easy listening.
okay.
Kyle likes elevator music, people. Sorry.
I don't know because
You uncultured swine.
when we did
What?
when we did your go-to karaoke song, he had that one like everybody's like, who?
Yeah, like Kyle's going into the elevator
You
just so
guys
we can hear the
never heard,
soundtrack.
you never heard Friday by Rebecca Black?
No, but I've heard Friday by Dr. Dre.
All right.
I don't know if that's the right
So-
song or not. But
We had a comment in this section. What does the fox say?
Never
yes, that's another one.
Yeah, that's
Dog shit
that's
song.
well,
It's
that's
so
annoying as
so
hell.
annoying,
Um,
and it sticks with you.
Oh, it's like
And
that Shark Doo Doo Baby shit.
I like that
I
song,
can't
Baby
deal
Shark.
with
come
But
on,
it was
no.
played
Like,
too many
I mean,
times.
Legit, most people like
What does the fox? is a
Baby
good one.
Shark is for kids. What the Fox say was not for kids.
No.
that. Some of those chicks are dressed up looking like a fox.
Did you ever see the music video for What Does the Fox Say? It's kind of creepy.
Dog goes
Much like the
Yeah.
music video for
No, you're wrong.
yeah, it'll come back to me. What I was thinking of.
The next.
Do you believe in a thing called love?
Do you believe in
No.
a thing called love?
Yeah. Did you ever see that music video where that big pink
Share!
fuzzy thing- No, wrong song. Anyways,
Dave sang two different songs in one song.
he did, didn't he? Yeah.
It's a mashup.
Let's move on to the next. If you could invite 3 people to dinner, dead or alive, who would you invite?
At the same dinner.
Well, so I put together 3 different tables to 3 different dinners.
Oh, so you have a kids' table and adult
No,
table.
well, I did
the
two.
drunk table.
I did 2 real ones, and then I did a funny one.
Okay.
Let's hear the one table.
The one table would be Garth Brooks, Brent Smith, the lead singer of Shinedown, and Elton John.
Good talent.
So they're all singers. They're all musicians. I think that'd be fun.
I did Albert Einstein because I want to talk about physics and sciences and shit.
Because you understand physics.
Quasars. Cosmos.
More than every single person in this chat and probably everyone who's watching. But anyways,
IPTV does they.
Nicola Machiavelli, I would like to talk to him about shit, just political thinking and stuff, because he was also a great mind that we'll
He
never.
took that serious.
Yeah.
He did his research.
Homer, who wrote the Odyssey and Iliad, because I want to find out if those are real stories. Also, he wrote about
Easy
Atlantis.
on the table.
He wrote about. Sorry, Ryan. He wrote about Atlantis too, and we want to know: is it real? Was it really in Atlantis? And then special shout out to George Lucas, Star Wars. Just let's.
So you don't want to have fun at dinner. You want to
He
have
wants to be
serious
He
conversations.
wants to be
I
enlightened.
want to talk to people. I don't want to fucking sit there and
Yeah. He
Kyle,
wants to be enlightened.
have a sing along.
Come back. Come back.
come back to him. Josh?
You're going to laugh at mine. You're going to say I'm old. You're going to get the depends on.
We've already said it, so go ahead and just let her rip.
No, it's actually good. Tupac
Yeah, that's a good one. That'd be a great one.
would be a good one for me. This one's going to go crazy, but Bob Ross.
Yeah, so you used to tell me, Josh used to tell me that he would put on Bob Ross painting videos and fall asleep to them because it was so soothing. His voice was so soothing. And I watched one.
It was.
And I thought the same thing. I'm like, this guy is
Did you fall asleep?
boring as shit to watch. But it's not boring in the fact that it's not good. It's just very soothing and very...
He was just a great and generous person.
It sounds like it, yeah.
And just super nice to I don't think, in all the interviews and books and stories and articles, I don't think anybody's ever said one bad word about Bob Ross.
How could you, though? I mean, he paints pictures.
I think him and Tupac would vibe, too. I really
Right.
do.
They probably did.
And the last one, James Gandolfini. I'm a huge Sopranos fan.
Oh, okay.
And to have him back and to sit down at
That was a great show.
Sunday Italian dinner with Tupac, Bob Ross,
Oh.
and James Gandolfini, I think would be it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle, do you want me to say my other ones, or do you actually want to go this time?
No, I'm good now.
Okay.
I would do George Washington, Abraham
Why?
Lincoln,
Why?
and Kerry Wood.
Why do the first two, first of all?
Why do the first two?
Yeah, why did George Washington?
George Washington, because I'd like to get into the mind of somebody that created our nation and what they like would think of it today. What their viewpoint
and
of
Abe
it would be.
Lincoln. That'd be an interesting
Yeah.
conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Abe Lincoln.
And then Lincoln being just far enough. He's kind of like that halfway point
Sure,
between
right.
us and him. So,
Kind
and
of be curious to see where
fun
George
fact about Abraham Lincoln, through one side of my family, we are actually related to him through his wife. So,
Mary Todd.
Is this
Mary
the
Todd.
23andMe you got that you found out that you're also 0.2%
No.
Congo.
Congo?
yeah, something like that.
Congolese?
No, this is like written
Congonian.
genealogy down the line. So,
I mean, we're all related at some point, so.
Well,
Yeah, Adam and Steve.
I had.
I'm not related to anybody from Nebraska, so I'm not related to Richter.
I had.
That's good.
I had two other tables I'd like. One being Chris Farley, Will Ferrell, and John Candy.
Ooh, that would be a good table to sit at. You would not stop laughing.
Yeah, I think I'd have a belly.
You'd
You'd have to have depends on like Josh wears.
You know, I could only invite
Piss your
3,
pants.
so Belushi didn't make it.
And cocaine buffet.
So, my other one was more for fun. So don't judge me on this one.
Judge
but,
the shit out of him.
Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, and O.J. Simpson.
Oh.
We're judging. You sure you don't want Harvey Weinstein on that table instead?
Oh my God! Get some Epstein in there too. Oh my God!
We're now getting off the beaten path here of that. So
Mike was seen on an island
with
somewhere.
that being said, we are officially reached our max here
Cheese.
for the night.
Cheese is the answer to the next one you didn't ask.
Are we going to do this draft?
No.
Good.
No.
We got time. We got 17 minutes
I-
allotted for it.
Oh my
We gotta
God!
go
Now we gotta
fast.
go back to fillers and shit. We're about to do an epic sign.
I think we're gonna skip the draft. I'd like to
Okay.
hear if anybody has any funny stories, Blizzard stories, any
We
sort
used
of
to,
driving in the
I
snow.
about died twice today. Yeah.
So you're just
So close.
Plowing a house. I was 100 feet up on a cliff, and
You drove off the cliff?
No, front wheels went off the shit, and heart was racing, and
I saw
everything else.
how you plow.
Parker,
You go fast.
Parker was actually he was with me the entire day, and he got out of the truck before I started plowing. Thank God he did, because I think he would have freaked out even worse. And we probably would have gone over. Now, let's be honest. There were a bunch of trees that would have caught me.
It's not
and
the
truck,
point. It's
but
the falling
it's
that's
still
kind of
one of those things where I locked the brakes up and the truck kept going.
because you lock the
Yeah.
brakes.
Josh,
We-
you're not allowed to die because we need your basement.
so we could still use it if you
bequeathed.
did.
It's bequeathed.
So it's in the
It's been
agreement
bequeathed.
with him and his wife. If something happens,
It's in the will.
It's in the
the
decree.
man stream still gets to come down here.
Yep.
So I've had I had an experience. It was in probably 2013. Similar night to tonight. Got dumped on in snow and then blizzard-like winds. And a buddy of mine, Justin, and I were flooring. I was helping him floor my boss at the time when I worked at Nissan in Dubuque, his floor in Potosi, Wisconsin. And we had no cell phone service down there. So finally I got cell phone service, and I had like 7 missed calls from my dad. And he's like saying, hey, if you're still there, you might want to consider staying. Like, they're shutting highways down. And we really didn't know what was going on. Didn't watch the news, but where we were down in a valley, it wasn't bad. It was just snowing. So we decided to pack everything up, hop in my buddy Justin's Dodge Caravan. That was front wheel drive or rear wheel drive. I don't really know.
Probably front.
And make the drive from Potosi, Wisconsin to Benton, Wisconsin, which is probably all
Back roads.
I mean, it's probably all at 30, 40 minutes, but it's all county highways.
Yeah.
So we're driving along, can't see the road, can't see the ditch, can't see anything. All of a sudden we see a truck stuck, see a side-by-side, whatever. Everything was stuck, and we're just putting along in this minivan. And we get to Cuba City, Wisconsin, and we stop at the gas station, and there's a police officer in there, and he says, yeah, all the highways are shut down, so I don't know how you guys are going to get home. We're like, well, what about the back roads? And he goes, well, I can't say. I recommend taking them. I'm like, well, are they closed? And he goes, well, technically not, but don't take them. So I looked at Justin, he looked at me, and I said, all right, let's do it. I said, at that point, if we make it halfway from Cuba City to Benton, it's literally like a 10-minute walk, and we'd be to where I was living, So we get going, and we're by Cole Acres Golf Course at the time, I think. But we couldn't see the road. I mean, the wind was blowing. Snowdrifts were about as tall as the freaking Dodge Caravan. And just, he's like, I can't see the road or anything. I opened up the door, and I literally yelled. I'm like, dude, turn the wheel to the left. There is a, snowdrift as tall as this van. And, I don't know how we made it back that night, but by the grace of God, we made it back. I mean, the highways were shut down. I didn't even go to work the next day. Like, the highway was still shut down to get to Dubuque. Yeah. It was bad.
It's going to be like tomorrow.
Right.
Perfect.
Just like that.
One year we went to, my buddies and I would always go out, and I enjoy this weather. I like driving in it. I like playing around in it. It's fun. Snow's fun for me. So the one year we went out and got all of our coveralls on and whatnot, and decided that we're just going to go walk around in the woods. We had 2 gallons of apple pie, me and 2 other people, and we were drinking the apple pie, drove out to a specific spot, decided to walk around. We did this for about 2 hours. It was coming down really good. Towards the end of it, I'll wrap it up quick, but towards the end of it, we were on top of, we'll say a dirt pile. And it was me, my one buddy, and then my other buddy over here. And my buddy on the end, him and I just got done talking about it. Hey, look out right behind us. There's a giant drop off. The dirt pile is like a 30-foot dirt pile. And it's the what do you call them? Front loader or whatever came in there. And you could see where he scooped it out.
Yeah.
So it was a cliff.
Yeah.
So not 2 minutes fucking later, headlights start coming down the trail towards where we were at. We're like, oh fuck, this is private property. We're not supposed to be here. Immediately, I was thinking, I went off the side.
Full send it.
I didn't full send it. My other buddy who just got done telling us he went off the side, but the guy who was between us, who heard us both talking about this, decided to go straight back and off.
Full send.
Full send.
Full send that shit.
I laughed.
That's all you can do.
Was on the ground. He's on the ground going, "Ah!" I was laughing my ass off. It was funny as shit because I saw A and I saw C, and I had to imagine what B was like, him falling.
Yeah.
And it was fucking hilarious. But he ended up breaking his hip.
Oh, boy.
We were about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away from the car. So, us being the awesome friends we were, we made him fucking walk back to the truck.
With a broken hip?
With a broken hip.
Wow.
Yeah. So, word of advice, Dave is not a good friend.
We'll have fun. I'm not going to fucking carry you.
He might have changed his ways. Well, that is, unless Kyle's got something quick, otherwise we'll just probably wrap her up here.
Hey, if you got drunk tonight, you can make it really fun if your wife wouldn't wait.
Yeah, I'll go real fast. Buddy of mine was taking me home one night. I was not being responsible. He was. Don't drink and drive, everybody. But I was not being responsible. He was. We're coming back. All of a sudden, he has a very distinguishable little shit grin laugh that he does. All of a sudden, I hear this, and he goes, I go, what's up? And he goes, you didn't feel that? You didn't see that? And I go, no, what? He goes, dude, we just hit a piece of black ice and the car was sideways on the highway. He goes, I saved it though. Oh, okay. So can I pass out again? He goes, yeah, you're good now. Perfect.
Good to
Get
know.
home.
I had that happen when I was in high school. We were leaving Stockton, Illinois, heading back to Elizabeth, Illinois, and I did not know it was freezing rain.
Ooh.
Like, and we were hauling, like we were doing 60 on the highway, and we come around this corner, and I
You still
literally
kept going this way?
Well,
instead of going
yeah,
this way?
I started doing 360s in the road, and then like all of a sudden I'd start going back the right way, and there was a car coming towards us, and I started correcting it to get away from them. And then there was people off the side of the road standing by their vehicle, so I corrected the other way. Somehow I ended up stopping the vehicle in both lanes, but on the road. Like, I did not leave the roadway. I don't know how. I drove very slow after that going home.
Yeah.
But
That's one of those butt pucker ones.
oh, dude, big time. I think I had a case of Coors Light in my trunk or something. Like, that was a big butt pucker. But anyways, thanks for joining us on episode 6 of the Blizzard special here. And sorry for the technical difficulties. We're working through them. We will get better. We promise.
Hawkeyes are winning. No, I was winning. There's 6.5 left. Yeah, they're up